Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is a deeply Christian story. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Tolkien's elves aren't just mythical beings. They're mankind before the fall. And Middle-earth is no imaginary world. It's our Earth a long time ago. Middle-earth is meant to be our world thousands of years ago. With Lord of the Rings and his legendarium, Tolkien was trying to create a mythology for England. He said himself, Middle-earth is our world. I have, of course, placed the action in a purely imaginary, though not wholly impossible, period of antiquity in which the shape of the continental masses was different. So, if Middle-earth is Earth, then Valinor symbolizes the Garden of Eden. Elves, immortal beings, reside there in a blissful paradise created by the Valar, essentially angels. Elves resemble what man was meant to be before the fall in the Garden of Eden, higher, purer beings with a deep connection to nature. According to Tolkien, elves are freed from those limitations which man feels most to press upon him. Men suffer a fall in Tolkien's lore. Numenor is destroyed by a tsunami after Númenóreans became prideful and sailed to Valinor to seize immortality. The god of Tolkien's universe destroys their city and makes Valinor inaccessible to the physical world. This was after Sauron convinced the Númenórean king that men should have access to Valinor and immortality, like the elves. You can see the poisonous influence of the serpent in the Garden of Eden in this tale. Old Testament parallels don't stop there. Do you ever wonder what is the meaning of the white tree of Gondor? It was a seedling of a much more significant tree. It came from one of the two trees that brought light to Valinor, Eden, before they were destroyed by evil. In Genesis, Eden has two important trees, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. When Aragorn, a descendant of Númenor, restores the line of kings, he replants the dead white tree with a new sapling, symbolizing the resurrection. The events of Lord of the Rings, then, are like a New Testament narrative. In this story, there isn't one Christ figure, but three. Aragorn is one journeying from ranger to king, like Christ's slow revelation as Messiah and King. Gandalf's wisdom echoes Christ's role as teacher and prophet. His clash with the Balrog, death and resurrection, reflect Christ's death, descent into hell, and return. And Frodo's journey resembles Christ's sacrificial one. He bears the ring's immense burden, symbolizing sin, and eventually departs to Valinor, like Christ's ascension to heaven. Tolkien's symbolism goes on and on. Lembas bread symbolizes the Eucharist, the quest to destroy the ring beings on December 25th, and ends on March 25th, the traditional date of the crucifixion. But with all these parallels, there are no one-to-one allegories. Elves are not perfect and still entirely capable of sin. Christ's nature is reflected in multiple characters, not just one. Tolkien famously disliked allegory, unlike his friend C.S. Lewis, whose stories contain direct allegories. Lord of the Rings contains no such direct links, and that's the beauty of it. There's a distinct lack of overpowering allegories or moralizing messages in Lord of the Rings. To see the parallels, you have to look for them. Tolkien's messages instead lie in the background, in characters of virtue and small acts of courage. Thank you for watching Powerful Primates. Our aim simple, to share stories we find fascinating. Thank you for joining us on that journey. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bon voyage.